Lucky Boys Podcast.
What's it like out there, man? Making that transition from New York to LA.
Yeah, I mean, I love it out there. I mean, I love seeing palm trees. Oh my God. Like, I see the mountains when I'm driving around and seeing the palm. Like, I don't know. Like, I think maybe it's because, like, you know, it's my tropical blood. You know, my family is from Hainan. Mm-hmm. You know, Hainan is a tropical island off the southeast coast of China. It's like the Hawaii of Asia, you know? So, I love the sun. And, you know, it's definitely, like, people will always ask me, like, and I love New York. I love New York to death, you know? But, like, so people ask me, like, which do you like better, New York or LA? And I'm like, they're just different. It's a different city.
Different vibe, people.
Different vibes, different people. Sure, like, you're going to come across fake people. You know, you have people who are out. It's a town built on entertainment, and people are just trying to make it. You know, it's people where, you know, come to make their dreams come true. In New York, it's also the same place where people from around the world come to make their dreams come true. You know, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere, right? So it depends on who you roll with. But I think, fortunately for me, like in New York, right, when I'm like, you know, my friends are people I grew up with. So it's different as opposed to if I had moved into New York and trying to find my tribe and find my people, right? And fortunate for me going to LA, it was that I found my tribe of people like outside of entertainment. You know, I'm part of a Buddhist community, you know, that's all colors, shapes, and sizes of people and from all different like walks of life. And
so you're saying making friends in the entertainment industry aren't really,
because of the nature of it, you know, so I understand where people are trying to,
everyone's trying to use each other.
Yes, in different ways.
That's what I hear. Like I have two entertainment friends that move out to LA.
Yeah.
One of them, and this is from two different sides, right? One's glass half full, one glass half empty.
Yeah.
One says they love LA. It's super like easy to be healthy here. I'm way healthier. They're promoting that lifestyle. It's so green. You know, just everyone around there is more like environmentally friendly. They're more aware of what they're putting into their bodies, and yoga is such a big thing here.
That is
I love
true.
it. It's so much easier being healthy in LA than it is in New York.
That's true.
So I really love that, right? So that's that camp. And I love going out there. There's just so many more people I could collaborate with.
Sure.
And
that
do
is also
things
true.
Creative with, and they're not as shiesty as in New York, right? Whereas my other friend tells me, well, it's hard to make any real relationships that are meaningful out in LA because everyone's fake. And for example, they look at your Instagram account right away. They want to know your Instagram account because they want to know your social currency. Do you have social proof? If you have a low amount of followers, that means that you really are nobody to them.
Yeah.
And if you have a lot, you're someone that perhaps I should be friends with because you'll be useful to me. So I could get some clout off of you or some fame. Yeah. I could help. My relationship with you will help my career. Yeah. And that's where everyone's agenda is aligned, is to their own personal career. And anything else is they don't really care. But in the meantime, they're going to pretend like we're good friends. We're going to do everything like good friends do. But when it comes down to when I really need you, nah. And my friend has a psychological issue with that.
Yeah, but both of your friends are right. They're both right, you know, and you know, because there's all kinds of people. There are people that you can build community with, that you can collaborate with, that you have like camaraderie with. There are also a ton of fake people too. You know, it's too. The dynamics are too widely ranging to really say like, oh, you know, LA is this way or LA is that way, you know. Things that you can really talk about in regards to LA and how it is, you know, like in regards to the difference between LA and New York is that LA is it's not centralized. LA is really a bunch of little cities, little things going on. Whereas in New York, the main happenings are in the city, in Manhattan. Right? Everything is there. All your huge nightlife, everything is there. But in LA, it's like you have, you know, things going on in Silver Lake and Echo Park, and there's Culver City and Santa Monica and downtown LA. Everything is spread across. It's about the same area, square mileage as New York City. You know,
the entire LA County,
not entire, but all the places that you'd probably want to be. You know,
when you condense it.
Yeah, when you put it together, right, it's like as much as the Bronx, Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, Manhattan all put together, right? But the thing is, it's just that everything is like
pushed out further.
Yeah, pushed out further because there's happening. Like imagine like part of like your nightlife that you really want to be part of is like in the deep Bronx and like
just,
different areas.
Just think about Brooklyn, but in Westchester.
Yeah.
Right, or Queens out in like deeper into Long Island.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So once you get to somewhere, you're kind of there. But like with New York, a lot of things are happening in Manhattan, so you can hop around. There's different groups that you could jump around with.
Man, I love that about Manhattan.
Yeah, of course. It's wonderful but downtown LA is not like that. Like that's the closest thing you have to Manhattan there. It's not like that. So it's just kind of the nature of the business nature. Like, so you have to like, and it takes time. It takes like, to find your people, to find your community. And you also have people that come in and leave. It's hard to build like a tribe.
I just hear that there's a lot of like weird, bizarre people out in LA, man.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
you're attracting everyone. That wants to be that want to be seen, that want to, act and want to, mostly actors, who are like coming from their communities, maybe where they were seen and they felt like, I can be seen on a bigger stage, or maybe they're coming from their communities throughout the country where they were not seen at all, but want to be heard.
You're getting all the people that were popular in their towns.
Yeah, true. That
too. Wishing to be popular.
Or wishing to be popular, and they find LA as a place where they can reinvent themselves. But this is like, the people, this can be said the same about people in New York.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people come to pursue their dreams here in New York, right? And I find that the bad New Yorkers, the New Yorkers that are rude and are shitty or whatever, are people that came here to follow their dreams and had their dreams crushed. Transplants that because this is a city of distraction. Mm-hmm. So many things going on. Same thing in LA. So many different things going on that you may come here for one thing. Right. And for your dreams. And then you wake up 20 years later doing something completely what you were not wanting to do. You just maybe fell into or led a different way or whatever. And you're bitter because you were not able to work on your dreams, or you felt like your dreams were crushed or whatever, but mainly because you were not focused on it because you got distracted. You're just a
miserable human being.
Yeah. Yeah. Who are now also like seeing people come into the city, come into your like whatever, doe-eyed or whatever, hopeful to make their dreams come true, and
they're very cynical,
and they represent what you were, what you hope to be.
But the truth is, most people don't make it. Most people don't make it.
Most people don't make it. Most people don't make it, and most people need to.
Not everybody can be the star of the next blockbuster movie.
Yeah, but most people need to understand and take responsibility for their own lives. And take the responsibility for where they are, in regards to,
instead of deflecting and blaming everything else.
Yeah. Sure. And we just had to talk about like, systemic racism and oppression, and those things exist too. But there's also at the same, it's not just black and white. There's different, there's levels to this. There's layers to this, So it's like, there's also, like responsibility.
Yeah. That's not, what we're talking to, and to put into context, is these are all choices that are available to you.
Yeah.
So and it's not like you were put in a system. You chose to come out here and do your thing.
Participate in the system, which also is like systemically racist too.
You're choosing to go into that world now, so it's different.
Yeah.
You already know the rules of the game. We're coming into it. Whereas the zip code and the race that you are, you don't have a choice in that.
You don't have a choice. Yeah.
But
the color of your skin.
And not only that, but luck.
Yeah, luck is a big luck is a factor,
Luck is a major factor.
Yeah.
Being at the right place at the right time, meeting the right people.
Right. Mm-hmm. But you do have to take responsibility for your decisions in your own life. You have to understand the decisions that you're making, especially when you're choosing to, depending on the color of your skin, but if you're choosing an industry that's been known to not have many people look like you, or you could look at the people that look like you within that industry and just know that it's going to be challenging.
And it's unfair. You shouldn't have to prove your worthiness.
Right, but life's not fair.
But who's going to fight for it? Who's going to fight? If you don't fight for it, if you're going to go in and just complain about it, There's nothing that's going to happen. But you can go in, recognize all the obstacles, and build coalitions, build friendships, build like networks, and
just
like
become a gajillionaire. Because the person who has the money can fund the movies.
Yeah, I mean that's also true.
Because a lot of the times it's not even they think the people in Hollywood are racist. That's not always it.
No,
they want to make money.
They want to make money.